Hello everyone and welcome to my GA Sub Opera Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers: will Jane Sidwell go on a rampage or be redeemed? Jane Sidwell will respond in one of two ways when he learns that his son Mercurius was stabbed. According to General Hospital spoilers and updates, he might either embark on a retribution rampage or, if he is so broken, he might completely turn his life around and live a life of atonement. The murder of Eva Jerome's daughter, Kiki Jerome, led to her redemption. Those who have followed GAs for a number of years will recall that Eva Jerome used to be more of a crook and mobster than she is now. She is now much more concerned with being a good mother to Avery Jerome Corinthos and her art business, even though she will has a manipulative side. However, losing Kiki Jerome was what broke her and changed her life from one of crime to one of atonement. Eva had been seeing someone she thought was Kevin Collins, but in reality it was Ryan Chamberlain. She had no idea that her lover had killed her oldest daughter till much later. Sidwell gives Eva access. Sidwell will open up to Eva in the episode that airs on Thursday, March 26. This is probably because he has grown to feel close to her, and they seem to be become closer. If he and Eva had had some in-depth discussions, he might have discovered that Eva's eldest daughter was killed. Sidwell probably tells Eva what happened to Marco without realizing that Cullum, his boss, was the one who stabbed him, given that Eva's nephew Luca Jones and Marco were dating and on the verge of being engaged. It also seems natural that Sidwell and Eva would bond over bad news. When Danny Morgan and Alexis Davis discovered Marco, he was still alive but in really poor condition. Rampage or redemption. Similar to Marco's situation, Sidwell might either embark on a retribution rampage or turn from his sins and live a life of atonement. As of this writing, Cullum and Marco were both transported to GAs alive. However, Marco's condition was considerably worse due to significant blood loss. Sidwell would undoubtedly attempt to blame Tony Corinthos if Marco dies, but he won't be able to prove it. If he finds out it was Cullum, he might not live much longer. Alternatively, Sidwell can start blaming himself and his way of life for Marco's demise, even if he was stable outside of the operating room, and that could result in a life of atonement. The unexpected bromance that everyone is applauding has GA's fans snowing. According to General Hospital spoilers, the past several days in Port Charles have been explosive. It has been an exhilarating experience for both Port Charles residents and viewers. From Mercurius stabbing to Rocco Falconeri shooting, WSB director Rosh Cullum. The tacit bromance between two odd characters, however, is one of the most startling developments. Nathan West is faster on his feet. Fans of General Hospital could see Jason Morgan's mind spinning when Rocco tragically shot Rocco. Nathan West, a PCPD officer, arrived on the scene promptly and swiftly determined what had occurred. Nathan alerted Jason that the police cruisers were approximately 2 minutes away without even blinking. Nathan swiftly led Rocco away and drove him to the house of his mother, Lulu Spencer, while explaining that Rocco and Lulu should do and say next. In a recent interview with Sub Opera Digest, Ryan Pavey discussed Nathan's motivations for the Rocco cover-up as well as his possible new romance with Jason. Nathan's intentions, despite not being related, Rocco and Nathan have a strong bond. The fact that Brit was born Nathan's sister carried Rocco into the world is difficult to overlook. Additionally, he is best friends with Rocco's father, Dent Falconeri. Nevertheless, Pavey informs Sod that the cop was motivated to assist Rocco because of Nathan's recent affair with Lulu. Regarding Nathan working with Jason, Pavey observed that there is some sort of trust or bond or agreement between them where they knows what to do, despite the fact that the two are not exactly buddies and play on opposing sides of the law. Very little is spoken between us at all, but there does seem to be an understanding between the two of them, he continues. It's all about the children. We both kind of live in this world of guns and fires and things like that. Baby adds to Sod. We are aware that there is a code of conduct or some form of regulation in place. Kids are off the menu. For example, you look after each other's kids. The actor goes on, we can fight, but I'm not gonna shoot your son. The opposite is also true. Look, we have got to get the kid out of here. Is all that is required between two guys who adhere to these standards and live in this world. Get the child out and we will deal with the rest of this. While Steve Burton spends time with his family and other projects, Jason is heading off canvas for a brief vacation. But when the henchman returns, may he and Nathan become new best friends? Jason Morgan of General Hospital has been extradited, thus Steve Burton is now out. Jason Morgan leaves Port Charles on the next GIs due to a startling arrest, heartfelt farewells, and a risky shooting aftermath. But rumors of his return are already circulating. According to General Hospital spoilers, viewers have been anticipating Jason Morgan's leave from storylines for weeks. The ABC soap opera appears to have aired Steve Burton's farewell episode, and CTS has all the information. And 5 crucial points. Steve Burton takes a little break from GS after taking the fall. Jason is arrested by the WSB. After Rocco shoots Cullum, there is a violent aftermath as Jason is hauled away. Danny sobs. Later this summer, Jason is anticipated to return. The hiatus of Steve Burton. According to General Hospital spoilers, Steve Burton said on Instagram last February that he will be taking a brief hiatus from the program. The actor has repeatedly stated that he will return to GH at some point in the summer and that he just wanted to spend more time with his family and a new bride. Yes, new bride is Michelle Landstrom Burton. For the previous few weeks, Jason has been embroiled in an exciting plot that left fans wondering how he would live this time. It appears that viewers have at last found the answers they seek. Jason Morgan is going to unknown places. Jason was about to leave Port Charles with Brit Westbourne, his lady love. The objective was to get her Huntington's disease medication from Windermere and leave town, but things quickly went awry. Ross Cullum killed Marco Rios by stabbing him when he was working away at Miller and Davis' offices after learning that Marco was stealing Brit's medications. Then Cullum discovered Brit at the pier, where she was meant to meet Jason and take off. Brit was knocked out cold as Cullum took back her medications and slammed her to the ground. Following the altercation, Jason intervened and engaged Cullum in a physical altercation. The WSB director's gun flew out of his hands and landed close to Rocco Falconeri. Just as Cullum was about to strike Jason with an iron rod, Rocco snatched the gun and shot him. The young man had been hiding in the shadows the entire time, the last year date of Steve Burton. As soon as Nathan West showed up, he courted Rocco to his mother, Lulu Spencer. Jason was taken to the PCPD after taking responsibility for Cullum's shooting. Jack Brennan and his WSB associates quickly arrived on the scene, grabbed Jason, and informed everyone that he would be sent to an unknown place outside of the United States until his trial. At the end of the Wednesday, March 25 show, Jason drove out of town in a WSB van while Danny Morgan sobbed as he saw his father leave. What are your thoughts on Jason's most recent departure? Are you going to miss him? Thoughts for Rick. Jen presses Sidwell on Carly's important question. Carly's Panther has some reservations, but Sonny Corinthos will allow Rick Lansing. Jen Falconari will also discuss potential targets for Marcy Rios with Jan Sidwell. Nathan West will inform Lulu's Panther at her home that Jason Morgan will be held accountable for Rocco Falconari because of his own remorse. Rocco might be inclined to confess to the police, but Nathan will advise Lulu to keep him under strict supervision. Nathan will believe that Rocco's love is essentially finished if he acknowledges what he did. Nathan will assure Lulu that he will protect Rocco and make an effort to calm her down, even though she will continue to feel anxious. Gent will ask Sidwell at the PCPD about his adversaries and who would have been motivated to pursue him via Marco. Sidwell will undoubtedly advise Dent to look no further than his own father, but Dent might be skeptical that Sonny would have Marco stabbed in the law office of Alexis Davis and Diane Miller. According to GSC spoiler, Sidwell will finally confide in Eva Jerome about his anguish over Marco's passing and his desire for vengeance. Jocelyn Jacks might believe that all paths lead to Brit Westbourne after learning of Marco's attack, Rosh Cullum's shooting, and Jason's incarceration. It's true that Jocelyn will corner Brit and demand an alliance based on trust. Jason wouldn't want Brit and Jocelyn at odds, so they might put their differences aside and work together. Jocelyn might believe that in order to save Jason from his legal predicament, they must discover a way to bring about Cullum's demise. When Sonny sends Rick and Sauce on Thursday's show, it's possible that he is also thinking about Jason's legal issues. Sonny might want to assign Rick to handle Jason's case. Given that Carly will be visiting Sonny, she might wonder if Sonny should entrust Rick with such a significant task. Carly will question if Jason can truly rely on Rick because she doesn't have much faith in him and the alleged adjustments he is made. Sonny might continue to work with Rick even if Carly might believe Diane or Alexis are more qualified for the position. Regarding Cullum, Sonny can cite the WSB trail Rick found about the assassination attempts. Sonny may want to obtain more solid proof because he is certain that Cullum attempted to assassinate him and almost killed Michael Corinthos. But Rick might be concerned about giving Jason an incentive to go after Cullum and recognize that this will be a challenging case. Don't miss Sonny and Rick's crucial strategic meeting. According to General Hospital spoilers, Adrian Akondo claims he saw Marco's brutal death at General Hospital coming. Fans are shocked by Marco's unexpected death, but Adrian Akondo claims he anticipated it long before it was shown. In the March 25 episode, Adrian Akondo's tenure as Mercurius on General Hospital came to an emotional and startling end when the character was brutally stabbed to death. Leaving viewers in disbelief, Akondo told TV Insider that although the plot twist was shocking on screen, he wasn't totally taken aback because he had long believed Marco's journey would conclude in this manner. Important lessons is that Rosh Cullum brutally stabs Marco to death. According to Adrian Akondo, he anticipated the character's departure months beforehand. The actor describes Marco's conclusion as heroic and significant. The tragic end of Marco's story, high stakes, and an emotional payoff were there in Marco's final arcs. He set out to obtain life-saving treatment for Breed, whose Huntington's disease had reached a severe stage. In collaboration with Lucas, Marco was in direct danger since his father, Sidwell and WSP director Cullum were holding the medication at Windermere. Marco managed to get the medication despite the dangers. However, the tramp was short-lived. Cullum found him, confronted him violently in his law office, and stabbed him. It was too late by the time Alexis Davis him. Later, Marco passed away during surgery, bringing a devastating conclusion to tale that had been motivated by urgency. So guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any update. See you soon again.